The waste and fraud in this SNAP program is unbelievable. 43 million people. 43 million people on SNAP, some form of food assistance. There's only 100 million individual taxpayers in the whole country, net taxpayers. They file a tax return and they pay taxes, net taxes for the year. 100 million. And nearly half that many are on food stamps. And we see them all over the internet, don't we? With the nice nails, the hair done, the lashes, a BMI of 50 plus. So 2 judges, one, Indira Talwani, federal judge, unelected black robe, tyrannical, inferior, district trial court judge Indira Talwani. Here she is. Another example, of course, of America's starving oppressed, Indira Talwani. On Friday, I believe it was the 31st. Yeah, that was Friday, Halloween. She issued a weird order. The order, it wasn't an order for Trump to keep paying. See if that's visible. Can you see that? She issued a minute order in the docket saying the motion for a temporary restraining order remains under advisement. She was asked to issue a TRO that would force Trump to continue paying out SNAP. No later than Monday, she writes, November 3rd. That's tomorrow. Trump shall advise this court whether they will authorize at least reduced SNAP benefits for the month of November, and if so, their timeline for determining whether to authorize only reduced SNAP benefits using the contingency funds or to authorize full SNAP benefits using both the contingency funds and additional available funds. Magic money. So she didn't order Trump to continue paying SNAP. She said, I want you back in my court on Monday, telling me whether you'll at least pay partial SNAP using something called the contingency fund, or whether you'll pay the whole SNAP for the month using magic money that you find someplace. By the way, the contingency fund is not actually available for this purpose. It's for emergency purposes like natural disasters, not because Congress is having a tiff and can't agree to keep financing the budget. So Talwani, Indira Talwani, here she is again. Ethnically Punjabi. Someone noted here, we ought to have a rule that says no foreign-born person can hold the position of public trust in any government, federal, state, or local. Certainly, I would agree federal judges should not be foreign-born. No question about that in my mind. She was born in America, however. She is born in America, Englewood, New Jersey, but she is ethnically Punjabi. She's like many of these first-generation Americans. Her parents are not American. Her parents are Indian and German. So she was raised in an Indian and German household in a Punjabi Indian culture. So culturally, American? Really? You think so? And of course, she has a long history of ruling against President Trump, all the way back in his first administration. She issued, and by the way, these are all orders that have been reversed, overturned, stayed by her bosses on superior courts. Way back in June 2019, Trump was in office, his last year of office before the Democrats stole his reelection from him. Biggest mistake they ever made. Almost as big as the mistake of Barack Obama insulting Trump to his face at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. That's what led to Trump running for president in the first place. They keep doing this. The Democrats keep stepping on the Trump rake. It's unbelievable. They're doing it right now with the shutdown. But in any case, the year before they stole Trump's election, 2019, Trump is still president in his first term, and he's having immigration make arrests. Immigration arrests, which don't require a warrant. They don't require a judicial warrant. It's not a criminal proceeding. It's a civil proceeding in immigration courts. And of course, a lot of these illegal migrant third world invaders are criminals. So they end up being involved in criminal and civil litigation. They end up being at courthouses all the time because they're miscreants. And so that's where Trump had ICE go to pick them up, to detain them and deport them. And she issued a preliminary injunction barring our executive branch from enforcing federal law at or near Massachusetts courthouses unless they had a judicial arrest warrant signed by a judge, which is not required. for immigration deportation purposes. So a lawless order against Trump in his first term and his efforts to cleanse our nation of its infection of millions of illegal migrant third world invaders. And the First Circuit Court of Appeals overturned the decision. So it was lawless. It was lawless. This year alone, she's back in action, of course. Trump had sought to end the CHNV, Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela, human parole program. These people had been on a temporary protective parole status, some of them for 20 years, temporary for 20 years. And Trump said, no, that was temporary. I'm revoking that. 500,000. The numbers are staggering. Under this program, Biden had let 500,000 illegal migrant third world invaders into our nation. And as we'll see, they're all on government benefits. They all got Social Security cards. They got driver's licenses. They get SNAP. They get Section 8 housing. They get EBT cards. Of course, free education, free health care in one program. The Cuban, Haitian, Nicaraguan, Venezuelan humanitarian parole program. One program, 500,000 of these people. People tell me, Andrew, you're crazy to say there's 90 million illegal migrant third world invaders in America. It's not possible. This one program was good for 500,000 in one shot. So she issued an emergency order freezing, enjoining Trump from ending this program. Well, that got overturned by the Supreme Court. So it was another lawless order from Indira Talwani. There was another immigration case involving temporary patrol. This is for people from Ukraine, Afghans, other people. It's a very similar type of program. She granted class certification so they could all be a class. I believe that was overturned as well with that Supreme Court decision saying, hey, you guys can't keep issuing these universal class certifications. Trump had defunded Planned Parenthood. She issued a preliminary injunction stopping him from doing that as well. I believe that was overturned. Now SNAP benefits. Now she's saying by tomorrow she wants a plan for how Trump is going to pay for this. As if the Article 2 executive branch president controls the purse strings of government. He does not, my friends. He does not. So we'll have to see what happens with her tomorrow. I expect it to be interesting. I do have her court order here, just telling Trump to show up tomorrow and give her an explanation that will satisfy her. Let's see, is this it? Yeah, but I'm not going to bother reading it. It's 15 pages long, and that's really all it says. Come back on Monday and provide me with a plan for maintaining these welfare benefits to all these illegal migrant third world invaders and diabetes at risk American nationals with nice nails and hair and cars and cell phones and lashes, living large, buying lobster tails, selling their SNAP benefits for cash money so they can buy weed and alcohol and all the other accoutrements to which, the federal government, daddy government, has to maintain these urban dwellers in the manner to which they've been accustomed. That's how that works.